Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm going to invite you to just connect in by grounding in your body and allowing sound to come out. Allow your cells to begin to register that we're moving into this safe space, this place where we can be connected and curious and in harmony and in connection with our environment. Oh, afraid he's coming. Allow for you to begin to reorient yourself, to remind yourself that we're reorienting back into a deeper part of our being that was not safe to be here for thousands and thousands of years. And that we're aligning our physical body, we're aligning our cells in a way where we're dropping in to the unconscious of our cells. That's what we're doing. We're getting into the unconsciousness of our cells. And by communicating that it's safe, by just dropping into sensation, being able to connect, scanning your environment, noticing what happens inside the body, feeling your connection. It's like telling the trees, it's telling the earth that it's safe to feel again. Because somewhere along the line, we were told that it's not safe. And today is May Day. One of the things that I'm bummed about my kids getting kicked out of Waldorf schools because they don't have vaccines is that we don't get to go dance the maypole. But we've been doing little May Day celebrations here at home. We're going to make the green man. And we made a Beltane fire last night. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, so Beltane was traditionally, if you are familiar with it, it's this time, it was celebrated in parts of Western Europe and particularly in the Celtic lands of Britain. And I don't know if I'm referring it to as Britain is appropriate or not. But it is in England, Scotland, Wales. And I actually, in my early 20s, had the opportunity to be living in Scotland. I spent 6 months there, so I wasn't living really, but like I spent enough time there. And I got to be a part of a Beltane celebration. And Beltane is traditionally known where the fires, the great purification fires are lit. It's a cross quarter day. So we are halfway between the spring equinox, when we did the spring equinox with Isis, and the summer solstice. And so there's a particularly powerful energy at this time, in this days, yesterday, today, tomorrow, like this little portal. And the ancestors that we know would go out into the fields and create these giant fires. And they would bring all their animals to the fires to be purified. It was said that if you brought your animals to the fires, that the animals would be purified and then they wouldn't get sick. And it was also the welcoming of the green man would come back, the green man and the May Queen. This is a time of the liberated lovers. And the maidens, the liberated lovers, would get naked and rush the fields and run wild, and they would consummate. They would be having like primal raw sex in the fields. And if you had a Beltane baby, if like you, even if you had like a husband and you went out in the fields, it was like kind of fair game. And if you got a Beltane baby, that was like a blessing, which is so different than what we are encoded with today. And I'm not making any kind of claim for, free sex or any polygamy or anything like that. It's just, this is what they did. Yeah, interestingly, a couple days ago, or like a week ago, had this dream. And in my dream, it was this big, beautiful unicorn. And the horn was like penetrating a rainbow. And I was just, it was very, very powerful and very, very magical. And I heard the words, you are now the queen of the heavens. And then I woke up, and it was very etheric and very beautiful on so many levels. And of course, I just allowed it, and I didn't even remember it. I remembered it, and then it kind of like went away. And then another friend of mine sent me this message. He lives in Cork, Ireland. And it was on WhatsApp, and it was just this message like, I'm sending you the light codes of the unicorns to bless your system. And it was this beautiful thing in these Celtic words. And then I remembered, I was like, whoa. So I decided to like look up Queen of the Heavens and unicorns. And I have access to these academic data banks where there's like academic journals, and the transpersonal psychology ones are like so good. So lo and behold, I like look up, I put in keywords, Queen of the Heavens and unicorns. And what comes up is, I took a picture of it on my phone. I had to change my code because I took Satori's phone away and didn't want her taking mine. So this is from the Rowan Tree Church periodical collection. It's from Beltane 1980, and it's called The Unicorn. This is volume 3, number 5. So if you, the citation is, so I'm giving this so I can give credit. Unicorn from the Rowan Tree Church, volume 3, number 5. And it is the coolest academic journal. Oh, you can't see it, darn. Oh, yikes. Let me move that. Let me see if that works. No. Oh, yeah. I gotta just send you guys this because it's like drawn out, okay? And essentially, this is what I mean about transpersonal research. This is like the coolest thing ever. It's so beautiful. It's like the coolest academic journal I have ever seen. And it says, dear humans, a blessed Beltane to you all. Beltane is a special feast for unicorns, for it is For it is then we honor our horns and place magical circles of flowers around the horns of our dear ones. This is the true origin of the maypole, when humans would dance around their honored guests, the unicorns. It is a time of giving, of sharing. The flower circles are brought in special baskets. And in this issue of the unicorn is in that spirit. So this is the academic, this is the unicorn journal. Is brought in spirit, and it is filled with extra poetry and goodies for such a way that the goddess treats us. It's the way that the goddess treats us this season. So I love when like kind of weird spiritual confirmations, rituals come up, or like, you know, synchronicities, and that couldn't be any more synchronistic. And in it is this long invocation, which I can't, it says that you can share it if you source it, but you can't really see. This is like handwritten. Oh, there we go. Like if you could just see it in the light, it's like handwritten, 1980s style. You could it and it's very hard to read. So I can't read the whole poem. I need to like actually decipher it first, or like figure out what all of the words say. But I was too excited to not share this because it was so cool. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. But in it is this invocation to the goddess, and where they're invoking her as all of her aspects. And what's interesting about this time astrologically, is that they're invoking her as, queen of the vegetation, and they're invoking her as queen of the heavens and lady of the waters. And right now, like 2 days ago, the day that I had this big revelation, Venus entered Taurus. And Venus is she's the goddess, and it's like Venus, it's like the goddess is in her dignity as ruler, and she can stand on her throne and claim her nobility and her rightful place. So with those words, because there's a lot of energy coming through right now, and I know this is very different than what we've done in the past, and we're going to be able to process. I'll make time for it all, but I want you to just see if you can tap into your body and notice where you feel energy, because this is not energy that is meant to take us out. We're not meant to kind of go out into that realm to feel it. I want you to just feel your body, to just drop into where your feet are, where your pelvis is heavy. Let your shoulders drop. Begin to, you can let your jaw drop a little. And just come into opening your own wisdom body. And because we've been working together, I want to see if you can just use your own cues to drop in a little. And the places that you're noticing sensation, just allow them to be there and allow them, just be curious and just hold the space for them. And what if these spaces inside your body were like a magnet? What if we could use our capacity to feel and work with the felt sense as a way that we could magnetize and draw energy to us? And so just dropping in the body, feeling and being curious. And this is a little different, but as I was beginning to work with this, I started channeling Isis through writing. I started channeling through my writing. And as I'm going to just bring forward, I'll let Isis come forward. I'm just going to let the goddess come forward. As I allow that to come forward, I want you to just be able to see if you can play with the idea of allowing the sensations in the body to just stay connected and see if, as energy is like coming through, see if you can just invite the sensations to draw, to just magnetize that energy, almost to begin to, dislodge or penetrate and seep into those places. And so I'm going to allow myself to enter into that space. And I want to allow yourself to begin to open yourself to the energies that is available on our planet right now. This is not necessarily the energies of Isis. It's the energy of the goddess. The goddess in her full reign as queen. The goddess as she stands on her throne and she claims her nobility, her rightful place. And no matter where you are or when you hear this, you can bring yourself into the quantum moment of now. Draw upon the energies that are available in this moment of time. In this potent portal of a time. For these experiences that we are hearing about right now. Oh, here comes Isis. Dearest ones, we, and when I say we, I'm going to say Isis, Aphrodite, Isis, in full harmony and connection as the living emanation of the goddess, as a way shower and a light seed of this lineage of the rose, which showers upon you from Venus, the birthplace of the goddess. And what this one is describing, what she is tapping into here, by describing to you what has occurred, what the ancestors did, lighting these fires of purification, which is indeed a beautiful ritual. And we invite you all to deepen your connection with the elements, with the energetics of all the elements, the fire, the water, the earth, the air. And yet, it was even longer ago on your timeline when humans were already still so connected with the other world, with the etheric realms. And many of you are so entranced and devoted to experiencing the energies beyond just the density of your physicality. Yet this sacred day, this experience that this one is telling you about, where she has indeed come in alignment with understanding that yes, inside your human lineage was a time where humans were deeply connected where magic portals were made to connect to these beings that strengthened and supported your physical body, your experience as a sacred vessel, a container to hold the living god or goddess. Where you moved in complete alignment with the cosmos. You could experience through the senses the connection between you and the earth. Feel the body, dearests. Feel the body. For the body is the doorway to your psyche. And as we have said many times, this word psyche is synonymous for soul. And the soul resides on the astral planes of Venus. And so when you are connecting deeply through the body into this interface, connecting through this wisdom body, as this one has liked to call it, and we look back at the distortion, dearest, that has been imposed upon humanity, we see that it has been psyche that has always wanted to be suppressed or repressed. There is a fear of the soul's journey, the feminine, the dive into the unknown, the fall of Sophia, looking to know herself as self, beyond the merging of oneness. Scorned for asking the question, what happens? Or what is it like beyond the mergence and eminence of your consciousness? The goddess and her commitment to know, to the gnosis. The goddess is the portal to courage. For it was she that had the courage to make the fall first, to take the apple. And she swam the deep waters of separation with resilience. And she merged with the earth, became so entrenched with the earth that she could verbalize and articulate the secrets. She knew the rhythms, and she respected and lived in alignment with the laws of nature. And as she swam the waters with her resilience and the knowingness that there was life beyond death and death beyond life, she stayed committed. The goddess, dearest, stands for life, death, life. As a forging path, or as a mother. After her own death, she reemerges again naked, collecting the treasures, the wisdom, the secrets, and stands completely naked in the wild, garments in hand, and says, I made it. I made it. And yet I am the goddess and I am the lover. And I long to be reunited. I long to be reunited with my bridegroom, who I have lost along the way, who I have forgotten. And yet now I will take these garments, I will take this wisdom, I will take this raw, fresh, new being that I have now become. And I will walk towards the journey that takes me so I can finally take my place as Queen of the Heavens, hand in hand with my beloved, with my sacred lover. The journey of the goddess, my dearests, has long been feared. Psyche has historically been shunned in the patriarchal world and religious structures. Now, the distortion and the repression of psyche still remains perhaps some of the biggest shadow lands in the world of what you know as spirituality today. We have become fixated on consciousness, forgetting that union occurs when psyche and consciousness wed together. And gather as the liberated lovers, God making love to itself as a dance of polarities. So as goddess, only recognized as consciousness and not integrated into matter, into the living embodiment through your body, through your breath, we can truly never have ascension. We cannot afford the bypass. We cannot afford to ignore what is uncomfortable, messy, primal, and raw. And this is the gift of the liberated lovers. Because it teaches us a way back to that which is not an digression, dearest. It is an inclusion. It is a sacred path. We are speaking of an experience of union that is already within you. It is already been. And so it is not necessarily that we draw in new, because everything is cyclical. It's a tapping into. And this sacred day, this is a portal to tap into the sacred union. And I'm going to allow the energy of the unicorn, the horned one, to fully begin to grace. And I want to invite you to feel it, to notice what happens in your body. It might begin to awaken parts of yourself that want to dance, that want to move, that want to sing, chant, make love. For it is in that moment of interface between spirit and matter, when you are fully in primal, raw connection, not digressed into an animal brain, but fully in connection, fully in a state of witness, a witness to consciousness, penetrating the interface of the cells. You are observing, you are witness to the cells. Feel, dearest. Feel the cells. If this confuses you, take a hand and just feel it. Grab your arm and just sit with that. If you are dancing, keep dancing, but do it in a way that you ask for the cells to speak. And for those of you that are just holding your arm in your hand and paying attention, notice the cells will begin to speak. You'll feel the vibration of the cells. And what is most powerful is that we are here. Imagine yourself in a circle in the forest. And you are with your other priestess sisters. You can invite the divine masculine. You can invite the Lord of the forest, the green man, the hunters, the stags to come and join. Notice what happens. Notice your true, authentic relationship to that. What does it feel like when we invite the masculine? And know that whatever it is that shows up is holy and sacred, for it holds part of the story of the goddess. And I invite you, if you need, if you wish, to explore that a little more in your own time. For as we begin to strengthen this circle, begin to clear a space, imagine the children, yourself, the men, foraging. This one would like me to add the word responsibly, foraging responsibly, bringing flowers and sacred plants to make a circle. And notice how the body responds. And strengthen this circle by truly feeling, smelling, imagining how beautiful this ring, the sacred ring, looks, appears, how you feel. Imagine those around you. And now imagine holding hands with everyone, calling in the goddess, calling in the goddess. And I'm bringing my energy more to you, more into this circle. Isis Aphrodite, clearing this space, charging this space. As you holding hands, notice what is happening in the body. Allow sensation, allow the places inside to be the magnet, to be the place that you infuse and draw and call in this energy. Allow the energy to make love with the cells within you. Allow your breath, your awareness, your senses. You don't have to know how to do it. Just receive. Don't go out to reach it. Let it come in. Feel the weight of the body. Feel the hands. Receive, dearest. Receive. As the goddess is blessing the circle. And if the energy becomes a lot, Invite the body to move. Invite the body to move so that the energy can run through. But move in a way that is slow. Move in a way that you are so connected to the sensation that it draws the energy down. It begins to draw the energy and enliven more of you. And you can direct the energy down through your feet by pressing into the ground. Pressing, sacredizing the earth. Allow the energy to move into your body and just allow it to move through the body, down, out through your feet, using your feet to massage the earth, to sacredize the land, to clear, to call in. And as you begin moving, as you begin allowing your body to move the energy through, you might need to use your voice. You might not. But allow the body to show you how it needs to move the energy through. And know that we are creating a magic land. We are calling the unicorn. We are calling the unicorn to raise its horn and to bless the sacred land. So allow yourself to move the energy. Allow yourself to move and bring the energy so that it fills this sacred circle. It fills this land. It fills your body. And as the energy is becoming more condensed within you, as you are using sensation to magnetize it down into you, into the cells, into the bones, letting it pour down into the earth. There is a horn that is penetrating, it is piercing through the ground up. And just feel and imagine and just be with, and allow it to come up. Allow this horn, this energy of the unicorn to come and penetrate you. Allow yourself to be open again. If it is intense, move the energy, move the body, and remind yourself it is safe again, it's safe again, it's safe again. Allow the goddess to clear and raise the energy. The goddess within you, dearest, the goddess within you. And fill and allow and know that the energy in the horn is rising, it's raising. You are raising the horn. You are raising the sacred horn. You are raising the horn. You are being penetrated by the energies of the unicorn. And the liberated lover is becoming more integrated into you. More integrated into you. Imagine this great illuminated sacred horn piercing through the land, piercing up, and you see, and you can begin dancing and moving, synchronized. You can sing, you can dance, you can allow this energy to be in union. You can celebrate and allow it to run through your primal raw being that you are. Allow the lover within you to come and be here. And just be and just allow and receive and receive and receive, receive, and move it through the body, move it through the body. Allow it to be here. Allow the cells to saturate. Allow the cells to come into union. Allow the sensations to magnetize. Don't know what you are doing. This is not something for your mind. This is for your being. This is not the rational process. So allow the body to open, allow the body to receive, allow the body to move and be wild, and allow. There is nobody watching. You are one. You are one. And simultaneously, you are aligned in this group and you are with these others. And you are receiving. And this energy that is penetrating and has risen. It has risen and has risen. The energy that is coming up through this sacred illuminated horn and coming out, showering upon you like ribbons of a colorful rainbow that is now penetrating you. It is penetrating you, and you must receive, feel the tingling, feel the energy, allow it to move through your body. Don't just sit still, allow it to move, allow yourself to move as the ribbons of colorful rainbow energies are moving up and out of this sacred illuminated horn and showering upon you, reminding you that you are a goddess, you are a wild primal beast of the earth, you are a sacred goddess, you are a living, breathing, walking emanation of God. And just receive and just receive and just receive and break through the structures and the impositions, break through and receive. And if it is just a morsel of sensation, if it's a tiny bit, you are still receiving, you are doing it right. I am with each and every one of you. You are doing it right. And allow yourself to be penetrated. Allow yourself to receive. Allow the liberated lover within you. Allow her to be here and feel. Allow it to register. Allow it to register. See the flowers, see the forest, smell, notice, and be, and be, and be, and be. Keep it coming. Slow the movements down and just register what is happening. Register what is happening. Allow the cells a moment to just register, because this is new. You might remember it from your ancient DNA that is waking up. But for you in this moment, it might also be new. So just receive, give the body a moment, notice what is happening. Bring yourself into a moment of stillness, into your version of stillness. That could mean the body is still rocking. That could mean that there is still sound. But notice what is happening inside. I don't want the energy to pull you too much out. So feel the earth. Feel the earth. Feel the earth. Feel the weight of your pelvis. Allow the pelvis to drop and be heavy. Allow the legs and the feet to be heavy. And if you are in your most wild primal form, you might want to get down on the ground and begin to roll around so that you can feel the earth, you can feel your body. And this might be something you decide to try later. You might decide you want to repeat this exercise, rolling around on the earth like a child rolling down the hill. Making love to the earth, making love, allowing the cells to make love to themselves. Spirit and consciousness emerged with psyche and body. The primal being within you as witness. And notice where you feel sensation. Allow it to gather, allow it to register. Allow sound to move out from the place. There might be a place in the body where sensation is becoming more intense. Allow sound to move from that place. Ah, ah, ah. Allow the sounds of the unicorn to come through your voice. Allow self and unicorn to merge and move through sound. And it might seem silly to your rational brain, but that is okay, because this is not a rational part of self. Allow sound and allow movement. Allow yourself to begin to feel, because the energies are still coming out through this illuminated horn, showering as ribbons of rainbows. Allow it to move, dearest. Allow yourself to sound silly. There is something this one is sharing that is important. It is what happens when one orgasms. It is known that through sound, the orgasm becomes more powerful, becomes more penetrative. And this is the same concept. This is the same concept, because the energy of the unicorn is orgasmic, dearest. And do not get too wrapped up in those words. Do not get too wrapped up. Because I know that your distorted fields has made that more into something with, it is like a Pandora's box, and we want you to stay with the energies. So allow yourself to go back into the sensations and invite the sounds. Allowing the sounds to come from the places where sensation is in the body. Allow those places. If you feel pain, if you feel tension, if you feel something, allow the sound to come through there. That is the place that sound, that these energies are begging to go to. So just allow that to happen. If you notice that breath is in a certain spot, allow the sound to move from that place. And know that the sounds will be different depending on where they come from. Sounds that are guttural will come from the pelvis. The sounds that are coming from the throat might be higher. From the lungs might be different. From the heart might sound different. So just allow the sound to come from the place that is wishing. Allow the cells to share and tell you where this energy is wanting to kiss and make love within you. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive. For the lovers are so potent in the cosmos. It's energy of the unicorn that penetrates you. Allow yourself to be penetrated. And just ask, what does it feel like? What is the felt sense of being penetrated by the unicorn? Notice and feel. What needs to happen in order for myself to be fully penetrated? We are tapping into a very ancient mystery, dearest. So go very slow. Know that there might be wounding between you and your capacity to fully receive this energy. For that was one of the true objectives of the distortion. So any block, limitation, I can assure you that it is a holy, sacred initiation. It is a way back to the sacred garden. It is a way back to the primal, liberated lover within you. This is the true meaning of Pentecost, Beltane. We are tapping again into the liberated lover. I am Isis, dearest. I am the queen of the heavens. I am the liberated lover. I am Aphrodite, as I have been dyed and reborn again as the goddess over and over again. I am the one that does not fear death, because I know life exists on the other side. And so, dearests, I ask you, what needs to die within you now, so that this lover can be fully liberated, so that you can be reborn? I am devoted to you. I am the goddess, and I will be with you every step of the way. For it is time for you to walk this earth fully liberated as the goddess. I love you all, and I am with you always, and will talk with you again. Ooh. Ooh. Um, like, all right. I wish we can all grab our computers and go roll around in the grass outside. Um, I'm gonna just invite you all to come back and feel your body. I'm going to just use my hands and just rub my skin. This is good for lymph nodes anyway, lymph washing. And there's so much pollen in the air that this is actually really helpful. So just feel and rub your skin. Don't forget your, let's do our whole lymph system, rubbing down. when you are ready, I'd love to hear a comment. I'd love to hear anything you have to say in regard.